Well, good morning and welcome to Sermon Slice. I'm Pastor Jay, and Sermon Slice is a portion of Sunday's message for weekday application. So thanks for joining in this week. And we're talking about Sunday, May 24th, 2009. And that was the Sunday when we're continuing with the Experiencing God series. And this week we were talking about a crisis of belief. And what this refers to is as God is speaking to us and inviting us to join Him with assignments that will accomplish His purposes, we're going to have to come to a point of crisis of, are we really going to believe God? Are we going to exercise faith and believe what God said is true? And that's going to require for us to know that God wants to stretch us, that God wants to use us, that God is going to work in our lives, and all of that is going to have to create a faith for us that we really have to believe God is at work. Because God wants to do God-sized kinds of activities, not just what we can accomplish in our own strength, not what we can do based on our own abilities, but based on what God can do through us. And I think that's the key idea that we want to communicate. This crisis of belief is really changing the way we go about our Christian faith. It's not so much what can I do for God, but how can I learn to let God work through me? And how can I see Him do His activity in and through my life? And that's the real focus. So the final idea we presented was not only is there going to be faith, and not only is this going to have to be a God-sized encounter, but it's going to have to take action on our part. We are going to have to get involved in what God is asking us to do. We're going to have to step out of our comfort zone. We're going to be stretched in our faith. But what more would we want than to walk with God and to grow and to experience Him for who He really is? Well, this week I pray that you'll be able to experience God, that you will have a crisis of belief, that you will be in a place where you'll have to believe, God, is this something that you want to do through me? And if so, am I willing to obey and follow through on that? So I pray that this week will be a powerful week in your faith journey. And even in your small groups here at Hillside, I pray that you'll be able to learn and grow, and it will give you an opportunity to dialogue with others about this entire series, and especially this week, a crisis of belief. Thanks for joining in on Sermon Slice, and I look forward to seeing you next week.